Today we're going to head out the range with Frank Proctor of the Way of the Gun, and he's going to talk to us about how we can maximize the potential and use the carbine effectively in small spaces. Frank?
Hey y'all, I'm Frank Proctor with Way of the Gun Performance Shooting. Out at the range today, we're going to go over some rifle reloads with you guys. Two types of reloads. Bolt lock reload and reduced capacity reload or tactical reload, whichever one you want to call it. So let's go ahead and talk through need for each of those. All right, with the rifle bolt locks, and it's the tool that'll do the job for you, we need to be able to get that reload done quickly and efficiently and get the gun back into operation. So here's my take on how we work that. So let's go ahead and grab an empty magazine, throw that in there. All right, so we got a bolt lock back to the rear. If we're shooting the gun, the rifle bolt locks, the first thing we have to do is get the rifle back on safe. Not too long ago, I changed the way I did bolt lock reloads in the rifle after watching some stuff from Pat McNamara. Pat says that this is always an enabler and never a disabler. Hope I'm quoting that right, Pat. Firm believer in using the selector lever on the rifle, getting the gun back on safe if we're not looking through the sights. However, I had not used that in my rifle reloads. Started adding it in there, absolutely cost no time, and you gotta agree with this, that the world can change in the amount of time it takes you to reload your rifle, all right? So that being said, I think it's very critical we get that rifle on safe before we work the rest of the reload. So the way I work it is bolt lock, safety, mag release, and then start working through the rest of it. Here's how that would go. Get a bolt lock, safety, mag release, work the gun back into our workspace, which is an area, with the rifle tucked back up underneath our armpit so that we can control it if we need to. See that target area, see the magazine well. That's gonna be critical to get the new magazine in, get control of a magazine out of our gear somewhere. And the way we end up with control on the magazine is kind of critical. All right, we want to end up with the magazine sort of flush with the bottom of our hand and then that thumb hanging around right around the mag catch notch. That's going to allow us to use that thumb to release the bolt so we can more efficiently get the gun back into operation. All right, so here we go. We insert that magazine, let the bolt go forward, represent the rifle, and if we need to, we can shoot again. Okay, now we're going to roll into the mechanics of a tactical reload. First of all, what is a true tactical reload or a reduced capacity reload? If we're doing it in a tactical sense, it's because we have shot our rifle in anger. Not sure how many rounds we shot. Okay, what did it take? Did it take 5 rounds, 15 rounds, 28 rounds, 3 rounds? Who knows? But if we're gonna go and do this again and potentially need this rifle again, I think it makes a lot of sense to have a completely full magazine. 30 is better than 28 any day, okay? Now, if we're doing it as a tactical reload, I think it's very important that we minimize the amount of time that we only have one bullet in the rifle, okay? So in that case, I don't think it makes any sense to take the magazine out of the gun, put it somewhere, then go get another magazine and top it off. As a tactical shooter, you could find yourself, especially like say in a CQB environment, you may be the only dude that can see something else or something out there that poses a threat to you or the rest of your team. So that being said, let's minimize the amount of time it takes to get the rifle reloaded and minimize the amount of time that only has one bullet in it, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this empty magazine off the ground, all right? The mechanics of a tactical reload, all right, or reduced capacity reload. We're gonna use an empty mag to do it because it's gonna set us up for another bolt lock, and that's gonna let us work through an exercise to get a lot of reps on both of these reloads in a little time, okay? So the gun comes back into our workspace, we get control over that magazine out of a mag pouch, bring the mag to the gun with the same kind of orientation we would for any other type of load or reload. Pinch the bottom of those mags together, get control of both mags, then press your bolt release, swap those mags out, push, and a tug to make sure it seats. Now, put that other magazine wherever it makes the most sense to you at the time. Here, I'm gonna keep putting it back in that mag pouch there because I'm gonna keep using both of these mags to get a lot of repetition on working the mechanics of both of these reloads, okay? So the way the exercise will go down, we have a round in the chamber, all right? Empty magazine in the gun, full magazine on our kit. We're gonna fire the gun, get a bolt lock, gun's gonna go to safe, hit the magazine release, reload the gun, fire another shot. Then we're gonna move down in a way that if we had to, we could shoot again and work a little focus shift from target to magazine, get control of that empty mag, stand up, work the mechanics of a tactical reload that sets us back up for another bolt lock reload, and then we can keep getting some reps. So here we go, eye pro, ear pro, let's do it. All right, so bolt lock, safety, mag release, reload, another shot. Gun goes back on safe, real quick assessment that the gun's back in battery and will work when we need it. Moving away if we had to, we could shoot again. Work the mechanics of the tack reload, we're ready to set it up again. You can do this over and over again, get a lot of reps. That's what we got for now. We'll see you next time.
Trigger Time TV is brought to you by Crossbreed Holsters, Keltec, Troy Industries, Troy Defense, Talon Ordnance, Eagle Shield, Nemo Arms, Fax and Firearms, Copus Mobile, Black Forge Weapons, Battle Rifle Company, Vertex, Wiley X, Dark Angel, and Meredith Rifles.